Hello guys, I'm Paras, the options guy, and welcome back to today's video. And if you see markets going down in the first half of the day, opening with a gap up, then going down, but recovering and closing near the day high. Nifty also, if you see, although Nifty, if you see, has seen a little bit of a sell-off, but yes, still closing, pretty good. Not very bad, closing pretty good. But Bank Nifty definitely closing in a good way over here. So now, one more thing that you guys would have seen is that I'm posting a little less videos, little less market analysis videos, and there is a reason behind it. And the reason is that since a few days, if you must have noticed that my analysis is not being that accurate, right? So there will be these times in the market where your analysis, which used to work very good, will not work. Okay. And so in those times what you should do is not try to force yourself more. Okay, and so that's why I have taken a step back, and I will not be until unless I recalibrate myself so that I can give you guys the most accurate, you can say, analysis. And so until and unless I recalibrate myself, I will not be posting videos every day, right? So that's why, if you must have seen that my videos are not coming every day, my market analysis videos, and this is the reason. Okay, but yes, definitely sometimes these are sort of these brief periods in the market where your analysis just does not work whatever you do. Okay, and so if you see, since the last few days, that is also happening with me. If you would have noticed, right, my analysis is going a bit incorrect. So that's why I've taken a step back, but don't worry. I think mostly it will be done after some time, probably 1 or 2 weeks more, and I think I will be back on track. But still, thank you very much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. Okay, but still, let's move on to what can happen in Bank Nifty tomorrow, because now if you see the major level, that is, that everybody is saying is this level over here. Okay, this resistance that you can see in Bank Nifty. Okay, markets came down, took resistance from there, came back up again, took resistance today at the opening, and then in the end also took a slight bit of resistance from there. And Nifty, on the other hand, if you see, is exactly near 25,120. Now I had said in Nifty is that once we go above this candle, that is when only we will see a good reversal. But and Bank Nifty, I had said that once we close above 51,000, that is when we can see a very good reversal in the market. And if you see, markets have already closed above 51,000 yesterday itself. So now is when we can see a very good up move from here, and most probably Bank Nifty can also go above 51,800 in the coming days. Okay, please keep this in mind. Okay, so from here, Bank Nifty is looking pretty good to at least go above, at least go near 52,000 on the upside. Okay, that can be a very easy target. Now what might happen is that tomorrow we might not see a very good momentum, depending on where we open. Okay, so if we open with a gap up again tomorrow, let's say somewhere near 51,500 or 550, all these levels, then chances are that markets might be pretty volatile. They might go up also, right? But they might also be pretty volatile because they are opening with a gap up, and this area over here is an area where market was consolidating a lot, which means over here chances are that markets might be a little bit, volatile. So if we open with a gap up, we will not take a trade instantly. We will let the markets go. If the markets go, that is fine. Okay, but we will not be in a hurry to take a trade in the markets. Okay, that is one thing. Another thing is that if we open with a gap up, the best thing would be to wait for at least a pullback till 51,400 again, or if not 51,400, 51,450. Okay, at least till the zone over here, and from here is where we can go ahead and take a bullish trade in the markets. So tomorrow again, as I said, if you open with a gap up, please do not take a bullish trade at the opening itself. Chances are that market might continue to move up after opening with a gap up somewhere near 15,500. Markets continue to move up till 15,800. That can definitely happen. But what I want you to understand is the risks that are involved. Okay, it is fine if you don't take a trade, but it is not fine if you take a stop loss for no reason. Okay, a stop loss is, understandable if you're taking it at a good place. If you're taking a good trade and then you hit a stop loss, that is understandable. But if you're taking a trade which you knew that, most probably it will hit your stop loss, and you still took that trade, then it is not acceptable. Okay, so that is something that I want you to keep in mind. Another thing is that on the downside over here, if we open flat, that will be the best thing for us, because then what will happen is that Bank Nifty will try to break this resistance, and then that is when we will get a very good move on the upside. And then what you guys can do over here is going to be very simple. Now this is a very obvious level, okay? Everybody can see this resistance in the market, so we will not go with the things that are very obvious, okay? We will let the market make a trap, and that is when we will enter in the market. So what we need in the market is very simple over here. Okay, I'll open my brush. Okay, over here, let's say markets open flat somewhere near 15,300 over here. We will let the markets break, and then when the markets are giving a pullback or again coming back below this zone and then breaking this zone for the second time, that is when we will go ahead and take a bullish trade in the market. Because the second time that the markets give a breakout, that is when the markets will give you a very fast momentum, and then you can keep a small first target of 51,500, but after that you can easily keep a target of 51,700 also on the upside. Okay, tomorrow is when we can see a very good momentum on the upside from the start of the day itself. Okay, that is one thing. Now the second thing that might happen is that markets might open flat and go down a little bit. Okay, and that is where you need to look at this swing that has been made in the market. If the market is breaking this swing and from here itself we are seeing very strong buying coming in, you can go ahead and take a bullish trade over here itself, because this will just be a pullback. A lot of people who would have kept their stop losses in near the swing, they will need to exit, and because of which there will be a lot of sellers will enter into the market, and after that is when a big buying could come into the market. Okay, so I hope you guys understood what you can do over here on the downside also. Okay, but keep in mind one thing is that if the markets do not cross this level very fast also, let's say markets open flat, went down a little bit till let's say 50,000, 50 on 150, all these results, and then when the markets are coming back up, you need to keep one thing in mind is that the market should break this level very fast. If they are just consolidating over here for a long time, two things can happen: either they consolidate over here and then break out in the second half, that can be one thing, or they might also again come back down and take your stop loss. Okay, so keep this one thing in mind is that when you are taking a trade from lower levels for this breakout, make sure that the market is breaking out fast and not taking a lot of time. Okay, so that is one thing. If you open the very big gap down, let's say somewhere near 51,000 on the downside, okay, then what the problem will be that market will again be stuck in this range, and then it is better to just sit on the sidelines for one day and look at what is happening in the market. Okay, then there is really no sort of trade that you can take in the market, so it is better to sit on the sidelines if you open with a gap down. With the gap up, as I said, that if you open the gap up, take a pullback. If the markets take a pullback, we will take a trade over there, but until unless that happens, we will not do anything. Okay, so now let's talk about Nifty, because Nifty, just look at this beautiful rally in Nifty, and these are the types of days that I just I sometimes feel like this should be every day in the markets. Okay, just look at this, like smooth rally from 24,920 to 120 without any single pullback at all. Okay, and just lovely. Okay, but still, let's move on. I'm getting a little too senti looking at Nifty, but still, now the major resistance on the upside is 25,160. Okay, 160 to 150, and this day high also. So what will we do is very simple. If the markets come near 25,000 to 24,960, okay, this whole area is a very good support zone. And if the markets come over here and markets are making any sort of positive price action in 5 minutes, that is higher high, you guys can go ahead and take a bullish trade over here. Okay, and then your target will straight up be 25,100 on the upside. That will be your first target, and second target will be 25,150 on the upside. These will be your two targets for tomorrow. If the markets, let's say, open flat and go down, or if the markets open with a slight gap down, so let's say somewhere near 25,000 itself with a slight gap down, that is also fine. But what should not happen is that market should not open with a gap down below 24,960 or anywhere. Okay, because even like at 24,960, that should not happen, because if that happens, Nifty might also get pretty volatile, and then chances of getting a move tomorrow will be pretty less, and then you will need to rely on the live price action of what is happening in the markets. Okay, so a big gap down should not happen, a slight gap down is fine. Okay, and on the upside, the major level to watch out for again will be 24,150 to 160, this zone itself over here. If the markets open near this zone, please do not go ahead and take a bullish trade at the opening itself. Okay, let the markets come down at least till 25,100, and then in this area, from this area onwards, go ahead and look out for any sort of bullish patterns, maybe a very good rejection candle that is made over here, and then the market start to move up, maybe any sort of bullish price action that you see over here, okay, that is fine. But don't try to take a bullish trade at the opening itself. Chances are market will most probably hit your stop loss and then start to move up. Okay, so yeah guys, that was it for today, and thank you very much for watching till the end. I will see you guys in another video. Bye bye.